Do you remember Flameheart? Yeah, the main villain of the franchise and the ultimate scourge upon the seas? Yeah, the trash-talking spectral head. While his story's been dormant as Morris Peak's volcano, I believe the seeds have already been sown for his resurrection, which may be coming sooner than we think. Cast your minds back to when Flameheart had been released, back in the Seabound Soul in November 2019. Flameheart gave us a big speech about how he was betrayed by his own kind, how our alliances were pathetic, and how his vengeance would burn across the waves. What was key to his monologue was the vengeance he swore upon the other pirates and the Merfolk. What beef does he have with them, especially when they're just NPCs that guide us back to our ships? Back when the Sea of Thieves was rediscovered by Captain Ramsay, the Pirate Lord, he saved a mermaid from captivity, and in return, the Merfolk made an alliance with him to help sailors back to their ships or land when lost at sea. In the process of this pact, the Pirate Lord's right-hand woman, Mercia, found out that the Merfolk had a pact for the ancient humans of the Sea of Thieves. The Merfolk may have obtained a greater understanding of the magic of the Sea of Thieves, where the ancients had a profound understanding from curses to great objects that granted people great boons and benefits. This pact with the Pirate Lord would have extended to Athena's fortune too, which it is my belief that they, along with the Merfolk, found a way to defeat Flameheart. This is why Flameheart extends his threat to the Merfolk, as they played a key role in defeating him. Make no mistake, Flameheart was killed, not sealed in his remains by anyone other than old Horatio. This is why the binding ritual was made so apparent in the Seabound Soul. It was an act of malice to prevent Martha Jane and Randall from coming back from the Ferry of the Damned. Most importantly, it was to show us that this was done to Flameheart to ensure he could come back. Why did Flameheart opt for his fate over death? Well, I assume at this point, the ferryman would have become, well, the ferryman. I personally believe this was done as a drastic measure in order to lock Flameheart away to eternity in the Sea of the Damned. That way, when he was killed, there'll be no way for him to return. There's no real evidence for this, other than the fact that the ferryman chose to undertake his duty for a very important reason. Well then, how did Flameheart ensure he would be freed from his physical prison? It all starts with his flagship, the Burning Blade. Cast your mind back to Cursed Sails, where Wanda the Weaponsmith uncovered some parts of the Burning Blade, seemingly the figurehead, the sails, but most importantly, a single cannon. Wanda, in her effort to create cursed cannibals to make a quick fortune, became cursed by the cannon. It would appear as this was done deliberately, sealed away on Wanderer's refuge for some poor soul to happen across, become cursed, then wage war on the Sea of Thieves for Flameheart. Wanda became the Warsmith, but was defeated by the brave crews of the Sea of Thieves and sunk to the bottom of the sea. Some months later, Stitcher Jim would discover a box of Wanderer's secrets, and upon peering into it would be under the will of Captain Flameheart. For some of his soul would have been left in the box, for some thrall to open it. This caused him to betray the Forsaken Alliance, poisoning them to prevent the discovery of Flameheart's body. I think a lot of people think Jim did this to stop the Shroud Breaker being used to find Tribute Peak. However, it seems Flameheart was the puppet master all along. Events came to pass, ending with Jim being granted the strength of an Ashen Lord and the reveal of the Burning Blade's spectral form. The Burning Blade is noticeably missing its cannon, and along with the Ashen Dragon, it would seem they are trapped in the Sea of the Damned too. It is then my belief that Flameheart had his fleet sent to the Sea of the Damned as an insurance policy, the same way as Ashen Lords seem to have been turned into dust. All of this is his grand plan to ensure he returns to the Sea of Thieves. Now, why is this all relevant? Upon doing some research for some videos, I remembered that in the E3 2016 trailer, we can see Flameheart's body coming through a portal, one that seems to be a mermaid structure. The flames on the wall even seem to line up with the meeting place between the Merfolk and the humans in the Athena's Fortune novel. What I find even more profound is actually a piece of merchandise. The Loot Crate Flameheart figure comes in a spectral variant too, and the colours really remind me of some of the other spectral characters, like the Ferryman and Belle. In this case, if Flameheart did indeed make spectral copies of his fleet and presumably his crew, but who's to say he didn't do this to his own body? Think about it. Flameheart was defeated physically, and almost has his spirit damned for eternity, but escaped the Ferryman's clutches. Basing this on the current teasers in the game and his son's ship, the Silver Blade, being found in the Sea Kingdom, who's to say that the Merfolk don't have a duty to protect the wreck, just in case there's something aboard it that could ensure Flameheart's complete return, body and all. One of the pieces of parchment does indeed say cursed bone inside, which could also mean some sort of relic, but maybe, just maybe, it's the bones of a skeleton lord that is loyal to his cause. We know the Reaper's chests have bones of people inside them. What's to say that the captain of the Silver Blade was not laid to rest with his ship? If our good friend and known fraternizer is turning into a mermaid, as speculated by others and hinted at by his speech, will Duke be the one to infiltrate this wreck in order to unlock the final piece of the puzzle? Duke, in an effort to be useful, has once again helped bring Flameheart one step closer to his goal. Maybe Flameheart Sr. will never get his physical body back, but why would you when you can resurrect your son, the new Flameheart, to command your armies, while Senior watches over from the skies, commanding a fleet of the damned? to once again rule the Sea of Thieves. Whatever the Merfolk's involvement with his end, Flameheart has sworn vengeance on them, and soon we will learn in what form. Then Flameheart will have returned for good.
But know this, pirates, know this, Merfolk, know this, Sea of Thieves. I have returned, and the fires of my vengeance shall consume you all.